New security video from the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office. Look at this. It shows the moment a Post Falls man smashed in the windows at the Sheriff's Office earlier this month.
There's always that dude on the internet, Abe, telling everybody, we got to get our guns and our baseball bats. And we got to go torch the local city hall and kidnap Gretchen Whitmer. Now, again, I'm not telling you to do that. I'm telling you there's people on the internet telling people to do that, and they glow. You can see them from space. They don't ever do it, by the way. Those aren't the individuals. The individuals trying to get other people to do this stuff, they're never the ones showing up to the police department with a tank of gas. They're not showing up with a baseball bat. They're not showing up at City Hall. They always want other people to show up and do what they're yelling about, which is how you know. The feds, boys, the feds. Dude, look at what we got here. That was this dude over here screaming on the internet that we got to go to the local sheriff's department. That's what he's saying, by the way. Don't arrest me, boys. And he's saying there needs to be a show of force, that they need to intimidate, that they need to bring baseball bats and bust the windows out. And then he went and did it. He went and did it. Now, he dressed like a Fed. He got a fanny pack, boys. Now, unless you're Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson or Steve Austin from 1996, where you keep your Peds, allegedly, of course not, though. Of course not. I ain't never seen anybody but a Fed wear a fanny pack. But then he gets arrested. They put him in a... They did a mental evaluation on the dude. So I don't think that he's a Fed. He didn't end up getting anybody else arrested. And then he got arrested. And then he got medically evaluated. God knows what that means these days. So I think that this dude right here, who's busting these windows up, might not be a Fed. New security footage shows man smashing the windows of the gonna need new windows County Sheriff's Office earlier this month after claiming the sheriff was covering up allegations that two local church pastors were pedophiles. And then there you go. That's the dude. That's the dude. Okay. I'm going to turn a blind eye to that fanny pack. And I need to know what he's listening to, by the way. What is he listening? What is the Spotify playlist for I'm going to go down to the local sheriff's office and bust their windows out? This guy was, again, arrested and then mentally evaluated. But then, are we also that's some conviction right there. He was on the internet saying, we got to go down there and bust those windows out, and then he did it. And I'm telling you right now, some black dude in the audience going, do you imply him been shot? Probably right. That's a real good way of getting shot. He might be correct. Right? Again, I don't know anything about this situation. That's why I'm making this video. I needs to know. We need to shine a light on this situation. Here you got a dude. He willing to die. He thinks that sheriff's office is protecting pedophiles, and he's willing to die. Is he crazy, or is he the only sane person in this environment over here? We gotta go ask some questions. Hire Columbo, sniff it out a little bit, at least look into it. You start taking a baseball bat to a sheriff's office, the odds of you walking away from this alive are slim. So what does this guy know over here? Does he got a family member? Does he got a daughter? Does he got a son? What is happening over here? Why did he do this? Why did he feel the need to do? What specifically gave him the notion that this sheriff's department is protecting, allegedly, of course, pedophiles enough to where he said, I'm going to go put my life on the line? Because I think that's there's some smoke there. Now, he might be wrong smoke. He might be wrong as hell. Who knows? But that is a wild scene right there. Look, I can't believe that this man beat up those windows. Again, if he is under the impression that this place is protecting pedophiles, yeah, a dude will do that. I'm not telling him to do that, obviously. Again, I just told you it's a good way to get shot. Attention. Again, his entire point was, we need to get some attention down there. Okay, you got my attention, and maybe we can get some other people to see this video and then start asking some questions. But you gave him a mental evaluation. Did he fail it horribly? Did he think that it was 1882. I mean, did he pass with flying colors? What were the results of this mental evaluation? Is he crazy? Because if he ain't crazy, he might be sane. And if he's sane, then we got some questions, or at least something to start maybe looking into. But there you have it. It's on the back of his shirt. Father, America. I don't know. It's, the shirt might be father and son. Father and son. I don't know. I just know that he's got an Easton bat. Easton bat, bro. Come on. Louisville Slugger, West Side bat. But that is a dude who, I don't know. What does that dude know? That's testosterone right there. Now, it might be crazy testosterone, or it might be righteous testosterone. Let's find out. Let's look into it. All right, lads. Thanks so much for watching the video. If you want to be kept up to date with, there you go. Hit that subscribe button and make way, because the salt must flow.